Hi, Barbie friends. It's Tuesday, and it's time for my top 10 tips, facts, or hacks. Things that I've learned since I've been collecting Barbies. And let's watch the very end for an extra bonus. So let's get started. So let's get started on today's tips, hacks, or facts about Barbie and the Barbie family. So the first one I have for you today is, is the Skipper doll. Skipper and Rick, you have a Skipper. Pull off her head off. This is not always so easy, but not too hard. Head on, Ricky doll. Did you know that? I've only known this for a couple of weeks, and I've been collecting for a while. So hope you enjoyed this one. If you got an extra body, all you need is a head if you got a Skipper body for a Ricky doll. So let's move on to number 2. So the number 2 tip, hack, or fact for today is going to be concerning the dreaded green ear. If you got a doll that's got green ear and you don't know where it came from, I'm going to tell you it came from the beautiful Mattel earrings. Now, most Barbie collectors have been collecting for a while, knows what this came from, and there is a treatment for that, and I'm actually working on some over in my dining room right now. I've been working on them for a couple months. They still have some green to their ears. So it's a long, slow process to get rid of. I've read that it can be done. I've got some dolls that have some faded spots on their ears. So I think some people have treated them for green ear before, but I don't know how successful. I'm doing it really slowly and really carefully, and we'll see how that turns out in another video. But on to the green ear. But did you know that also the metal will not only cause green ear, it can cause green on other parts of the Barbie's body too. For example, I did it to one of my Barbies. My number 4 Barbie right here was wearing the Evening Enchantment, and this is the original, not the reproduction. She had the dress and the stole on. Well, I had it turned just a little bit where the clasp was touching her arm. And as you're going to see right here, I caused some dreaded green arm. Not dreaded green ear, but dreaded green arm on her. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. I put her on something else. I was so upset that I had caused this on my doll. This is the number 4 who has this soft body. Now, they have really soft arms, soft faces, soft days, and the body's really soft, and you can like stick your fingernail into it, sort of indent it on the number 4 Barbie. I guess I don't have a 1 or a 2, but I imagine that 1, 2, 3, and 4s are the same. But I just have a 3 and a 4, and I haven't checked out my 3. She's probably soft body. I'm not sure. I have to get back with you on that one too. But moving on. Let me show you a bubble cut that's wearing a necklace. Now this is a reproduction necklace, and she has a hard back. You can hear the click. So she's been wearing a reproduction set. Now reproduction sets may have something in them that doesn't affect them, or is it the fact that it's on the hard body and not the soft body? I don't know, but I'm not going to test it out on my dolls. I just know if you're going to have any jewelry, make sure that it's for earrings. You got plastic post, or get some reproduction stuff that says it doesn't turn it green, and that's my fact number 2. Tip, fact, or hack number 3. Hope you're still with me, so let's continue. Hot water. Hot water can be your best friend with a Barbie. It has so many uses, and I'm sure a lot of you pros out there know that. It's great for taking off arms, taking off legs, and you can switch and mix up arms and legs on Barbies. Try to keep the same body style and like keep them correct, but don't put a Barbie only body on a Barbie midge body. I try to keep the same bodies and the same ones together, the markings and the body, a little confusing, but try to keep them into the original form. Just switch out a bad one, okay? But try to get another doll that matches so that it won't be incorrect or really mixed up. So I try to do that. But if you don't know the great things you can do with hot water, what you do is you put a boil, get some hot water, boil it, take it off the stove, pour it into another container, because if you have your Barbie over there, and now I have a gas stove, so you have to be really careful with that. It can singe their hair. So take the water off the stove, pour it in another bowl, and then use it. Put the arm down in the hot water for a minute or so. Check it, and it'll get really, really soft, and you can just pull it off. Then you're going to have to do the new one, put it back in. You may have to reheat the water and pop it on. I'm going to show you an example of this. I've got, look at the legs. Get over here and see. Look at the bend in this doll's legs. I have not been happy with this since I had her. See, they should be really straight like this. So I'm going to do some hot water technique on her, and I'll in the back. Wow, was that quick and easy? Under a minute. And look at her legs. They're still just a little bit flexible. I've been holding them and giving them time to harden back up, but now her legs are nice and straight. This one's got some big muscles in her leg. But yeah, they got some nice calf muscles there, Barbie. But yes, they are nice and straight. Now, what took me so long to do that? I don't know. But they look really good now and nice and straight. And I really hated that on her because her feet just whoop, like that when I set her on the stand. Her legs pop. It was just ugly. So I'm so glad I did that. And yeah. So let's move on. A couple other uses for hot water is if you have hair that's kind of like, if you reroot something and it's sticking up, or your Barbie's hair is just not nice and neat and everything, you can put them in get the hot water in a bowl, put it on the counter, put your Barbie's head in a plastic bag, make sure you don't get any water in it, put her in the water for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, something like that. This depends on how bad you're trying to straighten the hair out, and it will make hair it'll lay down flat, it'll look nicer, and add a little bit more sheen to it. All right. Tip, hack, or fact number 4. Did you know that the Barbie shoes, the mules, or even the closed-toe shoes are marked left, have Japan on them, the right shoe isn't marked at all? So if you put the right shoe on the right foot, maybe they won't split. Maybe they will. I don't know. That's still up for debate. But let me show you just a couple of things here. Make sure only one shoe is marked out of a pair. The left is marked with Japan on the bottom of it. The right shoe is unmarked. So that means that one goes on the left foot, one goes on the right foot. I just want to make sure I get that point and not confuse anybody with that. But these shoes on the ponytails, I don't seem to have much problems with them. And I'm really going to start checking that, because it seems like a lot of my bubble cuts pop shoes. Now maybe it's my fault because I didn't learn this. And I did learn it, but then I forgot which one goes on which. Does the marked one go on the right? I just get confused. I just put them on. Thought I ain't gonna do it. It's gonna hurt anyway, and pop. But on this ponytail right here, I want you to watch. I'm gonna show you something. So this is the marked one. It's on the left foot. Look how easy it just slides right on. If you start putting a shoe on and it gets to like this certain little point here, like this, and then it's like you got to really shove it on up there to get it on, it's probably going to pop. So I'm not a fan of putting these shoes. I don't like these shoes because I have popped so many of them. Maybe it's my fault because I put the wrong shoe on the wrong foot. I think sometimes the bubble cuts and the midges, their feet are just a little bigger, or over time they made some of the shoes not as big. I don't know what the problem is, but be really careful in the future. Check your left and your right. Left ones are marked and they go on the left foot. Right ones that go on the right foot are not marked. So let's keep those straight, and let's see if we can stop popping some shoes. And yeah, let me know your feedback on that. I've even considered trying maybe to put a few of them in the hot water and see if it'll help expand them a little bit before I put them on. But then I don't know if once they dry, if they'll tighten back up and pop. But I'm going to be really sure I get the right one on the right foot. So let me know how that works for you. Tip, hack, or fact number 5. Okay, now this is something that I do. You may not want to do this, but I've been doing it and it's been successful and it's worked for me. Most of the time when you get a doll, the ponytails, bubble cuts, midges, all of those style dolls, the ridge of the eyes, the eyelashes will be faded or missing. I guess they get rubbed a lot, it fades. So one way that I fix this is I get a Sharpie. I get a Sharpie and I'm really careful and I just hit that edge right there on the tip and it works, it stays. I've done almost every doll that I have like that. You can't tell. It's a permanent marker, the Sharpie, and it's easy. Now if it's completely gone, it may be hard to line it up with the eyeliner, but usually it's just a tip and that's usually a pretty quick fix and I like doing it. So let me know what you think about that. Hope you're still with me. We're going to speed this up just a little bit. Tip, hack, fact number 6. So tip, hack, factor number 6 is going to be, do you know Barbie's full name? If you're a big time collector like me, I'm sure you do. I have a problem with saying the middle name, so don't make fun of me or laugh at me if you want. I'll laugh at me. I can't say it, but I'm going to try. Barbie Maleficent Roberts. Melissa Funt. Melissa, I don't know. I'll put how to spell it down in the comments, but yeah, she has a full name. Last name's Roberts. Barbie Melissa Funt Roberts. Something like that. Tip, hack, or fact number 7. Barbie was made in 1959, not 1958, not 1955. She was made in 1959. The first Barbie came out in 1959. Yes. Tip, hack, or fact number 8. Do you have a Barbie face that's dark? She just looks like she's aged and you just don't know what to do with it. You can lighten that face. And I'll tell you how you can lighten it. It works better in the summertime than it does in the winter, but you put Vaseline on your Barbie's face and you put her out in the sun. It may take a couple of days, 3 days, but I bring them in, clean it off a little bit, put it back on, put it back out, and you will be remarkably surprised how much lighter and brighter your Barbie's face will be. Number 9, fact. One of the biggest ensembles that Barbie makers, or Mattel, I guess I should say, the biggest selling ensemble for Mattel was always the wedding dress. Did you know that? The wedding dress. And the first wedding dress, the wedding day set was modeled after Grace Kelly, and then Dream Wedding, and I have to look up the year for Dream Wedding, but it was modeled after Jacqueline Kennedy's dress. So we're down to number 10. Tip, hack, or fact. Tip, hack, or fact for today. So number 10 is going to be a little mysterious fact that you may or may not know, but Ruth Handler, who was the owner of the Mattel company, her husband on Mattel, she got the idea for Barbie from a German doll named Bill Lilly. Now you may already know this, but if you don't, so she kind of stole the idea, and the man that actually came out with Bill Lilly wanted to sue Mattel, but someone talked him out of it because Mattel was such a big company, and he was told that he would probably lose anyway because Mattel had so much more money, and so he kind of just dropped it. He was a small toy maker in Germany, but he came out with the first look model doll, She comes in different sizes, and you can look up the Bentley. She's quite expensive. And yeah, Ruth Handler kind of got inspired by that idea, I'll say. So the very last thing I want to show you today or go over is a little tricky switch up I want to do. If you watched my Christmas Barbie haul, if you didn't watch it, I'll put a link to it at the end of this. I'm going to show you a little trick that I'm going to do. So I got this beautiful dark swirl ponytail Barbie, and her body's great. It looks good. And she came with the original box, original bathing swimsuit. Only thing I had to do is I replaced her ribbon because this ribbon was kind of brittle and falling apart. I tied it on her arm just because I wanted to keep it. But I did replace her ribbon, and I washed her ponytail, kind of combed it out, made it look a little better. Now, here's the trick that I want to do. I already had a completely mint swirl doll. Now, she was a blonde, but the only thing is she had horrible green ear, and it was even into her hair. So I've been trying to get the green ear out, but I don't think I'm going to ever get it out to look as good as this doll because she has absolutely no green ear. So let me show you this body on this doll. She has, the one that had the green ear also had an original arm tag. So these are the same dolls, swirl ponytails. I don't think the other one's going to come out with the head as nice as this one. There's green in her hair. There's green on her ribbon. And I've been working on her for a couple of months now, and she's still not completely gone. So I love this body because it's got the tag. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the better head on the body with the original tag, and she's really gonna be like close to mint now. I have I have her original shoes, and I've got some extra ones, but this is a book with her shoes in it that came in this box, and her glasses. So now this is the blonde, so I can't put her back in this box, even though this box is like, looks like it was bought yesterday. It is just so beautiful, but I'll put her back in the box that she came in, the brunette swirl. The box is in good shape, very good shape, but not as great as this one. But I just really wanted my nicer head with the body with the tag instead of one that's treated with green ear. So what do you think about that? You think that's okay? If not, let me know. I like it, and I think I kept the same bodies and heads together, so just changed just a different hair color. So I'm going on and on so much. So let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.